Tonight, police in the Twin Cities of
Texarkana, Texas
Texas
this morning for
Yvette Beal is my social media name, which Yvette is my actual middle name. Beal is my dad's last name. But my real name is Yolanda Grissom. And Grissom's not really part of my bloodline, so that's why on social media I use Beal. So that's how that is. Well, Latoya was my niece. She's my sister's oldest, and she was more like a little sister to me because we only 6 years apart. And she was the life of the party. She was the life of any situation. It don't even have to be a party. She gonna make everybody feel like they somebody when they didn't. She was well liked. She was a mother. She's now a grandmother, and it was just she was just the life of the party. Had so much life in her. That's why Texarkana wasn't enough for her. That's why she was trying to really get away from there, because she's really full of life. And a lot of people know her to be a stripper and, whatever, having shows and stuff like that. Dealt with quite a few guys around town. And everybody know her, from the police to regular citizens. Everybody know her. Everybody. I actually don't. I'm not scared of. I was raised down there. A lot of them know they don't fear me. It's not that I'm out trying to get fear or trying to fear anyone else, but Latoya, I'm gonna speak for her if nobody else going to, because it got quiet, true enough, and I hear them speaking on that. How quiet, we say something, we don't act like we really care, we ain't trying. Some family got something to do with it. It's just different stuff they done put out there about the situation, but I have a lot of facts, things that she told to me that led up to this situation. So it's quite a few people that I do know some things about that she had told me before she disappeared. And me being scared, I ain't scared of nobody. Nobody on this earth. I'm sorry. And if it's got to take me out to find her or know the situation, that's what's going to have to happen. That's what's going to have to happen. I'm sorry. That's why I waited till I raised my kids, because they were small when this happened. I was only 31, and I'll be 50 in a couple months. And I'm just making it my business, my last breath, to get out here and figure this thing out. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care how many friends, or if I lose friends, family members behind it. I don't care. I really don't. I had people came at me telling me I need to be careful about, because they never solved nothing in Texarkana. I said, that ain't the part I'm worried about right now. I'm looking for somebody they haven't found. So if they gonna stop, I'm not stopping. And I told the detective whatever I got to do. I mean, some people came in my inbox when I was making all those posts. They was coming at me, but they know they got to deal with me. They're gonna have to deal with me. You got her her friend saying that she was coming here to live with her. her friend at the time was not trying to live in Dallas. I was living in Dallas. And Latoya had asked me, is it okay if she could stay at my house? I didn't like the lifestyle she was living, and I told her there were some rules in behind that. She agreed to whatever my rules was, and she said she had one show to do, and these certain people were females were supposed to do it with her. And she just said she need to do that, and she gonna catch a ride, certain rides. It was about 2 or 3 different rides she was supposed to take. And one claimed that he never came to town, and I know for a fact he did. She told me. She was on the phone with him while he was on the highway. We have another one that showed up in town. My brother was supposed to ride, but it was a situation where he didn't. So they met up with me without Latoya. I met up with them because me and my friend here was waiting for her to get here so we can hang out. It was Labor Day. And so when I met up with him, he's like, he never got a call from her. Everything started to get strange to me at that point. And I kept calling her phone. And I know at the time, because of the situation with her boyfriend at the time, it was a domestic situation, and they were due to go to court about it. And she was just trying to leave on that. She didn't want to deal with that. He had hurt her. She was hurt at the time. It was his second time doing this situation to her. And so she was trying to get away from it all. Situation with her kids. She wanted to get her kids. And I just told her, just come up here. I'll help you out, try to help you get a place. And we'll go from there. She was like, well, just let me do this tonight, and I'll be there either tonight or in the morning. But everybody else saying all this, oh, she was supposed to come live with me and do it. Stop lying. Stop lying. Just stop lying. Seriously. I know what she was about to do, because at first I didn't want to hang with my niece with that lifestyle. But I just sensed something, I don't know, it just came over me that year. And I started to hang with her more, being around things that I didn't normally hang around. And when it's just, this one time I dropped her off, and she showed right back up, and she was in a feeling that I'm not used to seeing her in. She used to this happy and I'm a bad, you know what I'm saying? And this particular time she was worried. And she was like, man, I'm getting tired, man. I'm ready to leave. And that's how I know somebody knew she was about to leave that town for good, and they took her. They did something. People want to say, y'all don't know if she's dead or alive. Okay, but she didn't do this on her own. She wasn't gonna leave her kids. She wasn't gonna do that. And trust me, she was gonna call me and a couple other people in the family. She never went. I don't care what lifestyle she was living. She had a few people in this family that she would contact. And I know that for a fact. And when I seen that I was getting nothing, I knew it was something wrong. Somebody found out she was getting ready to go. And something got in me. I was already hurt before I got the call. I was already hurt because she wasn't answering. I knew my mom asked her to not go around this guy, and she was sneaking around him still. So when she's around him, she didn't answer the phone. She texting you all the time. I knew she was around him. The last I talked to, I knew she was around him, but I just, with just texting, and all of a sudden took her phone. Because the night that the guy met up here that she was supposed to get a ride with, we went on out that night, me and my homegirl. We went on out, and I got a call 2 o'clock in the morning. See, a lot of people don't know this. Somebody had her phone, and I think they had her, and it sounded like somebody was trying to cry on the phone. I'm like, hello, hello, hello. And that feeling came over me right then. I said, somebody they know, she was trying to leave, somebody got her. But she mentioned, you know, they talk about the black car that pulled up in Sunset. What they don't know, it was 3 to 4 different guys that have motive to do something to her that had a black car. And when they give that information, that's why I say a lot of things are messed up with this situation. When y'all gave that information, y'all didn't describe what he looked like. Y'all didn't describe what kind of car it was, the license plate. It's like, that's why they couldn't look. They didn't know where to look. So when it come down and say, I saw they didn't do nothing, you didn't give enough information. It was more information you should have described to them. Because I was asking myself, okay, y'all saw a black car. What kind of black car? What license plate? Was the windows tinted? You know what I'm saying? I didn't see all that in the paper. I didn't hear the detective speak on that or nothing. So everything was messed up. To be very honest, my family took it light. They waited 2 weeks to call the police. I got a call from her little sister, and she was like, ain't it? I've been calling Toya because I was supposed to get this, that from her, but she ain't answered in over a week. I was like, what? Call the police right now. Because like I said, I already got that feeling over me. So I was like, call the police right now. I said, 2 weeks is a long time. Ain't no telling what done happened now. I know for a fact his story switched up. And I was really upset that they interviewed him and didn't, I wanted him to sit with me and tell me what you were saying, because I know what you said 18 years ago. And it's something different than what you saying on that news interview. I really had a bunch of questions for him, because they asked, it seemed like they only just let him, it seemed like they only just let him just say what he made up, or whatever he allegedly thought at the time. Because back then, he said that wasn't even his girlfriend. He told them that back then. But on the news, you say that's your girlfriend. And I also heard you say they need to keep digging. I heard that too. Where do they need to dig? I think you know. If you're telling me they need to keep digging, I think you know where they need to dig at. I was supposed to have went and got her myself. All them different rides she was trying to get, I was supposed to have been the one to go get her, but I really asked her, could she get somebody to bring her and I'll take her back. And I felt once she got around the boyfriend, she couldn't go after that. It took me 2 weeks to get down there. You have one of her other friends who's supposed to do that show with her claimed she had just got to town. And I came down there 2 to 3 weeks after the fact. And this friend said she just got to town. But that's not what my niece told me. My niece told me that you were supposed to do the show with her. When Latoya do shows, she have multiple females that do the show with her. It is several women in Texarkana that has done these shows with Latoya. So she don't do these shows unless she have at least 5 or 6 girls. And this one was one of them. She's always been one of them. But she claims she just got to town. And it was something else she did that was strange to me years later. This same friend, Latoya had 2 purses that she carried. Being in that lifestyle, that type of woman, she's gonna carry a lot of items in her purse. And she had this little photo album. It was a photo album when she was young in the 6th grade with the Vasher boy, the Vasher kid who went to NFL. She has a picture with him and her at Pine Street and pictures of childhood friends in the photo album. Well, this certain friend showed up in 2012 on my cousin's deathbed and gave the pictures out of the photo album. Wasn't even in the photo album no more. I know for a fact Latoya carried that photo album around with her a lot. She gave my cousin all of those pictures. And I'm like, I wasn't there. And when I showed up, I said, so y'all just let her drop these photos off and then y'all didn't question it of where she got them from? Well, she claimed that they was on her family wall. I used to drop Latoya off down there. I used to go hang down there. Latoya never put her photos on their wall. All those photos was in a photo album in her purse. And it's a big coincidence they found her purse 3 years after the fact. And I went to the Bowie County to look at this particular purse. That's not even the type of purse Toya would carry. Latoya carried big purses because she kept different items with the lifestyle she lived. So she had to have a big purse. She didn't drive, so she tried to keep a lot of things on her in those purses. And when they found the purse, the so-called purse that they found downtown, it was a little purse like this with just her ID, some lipstick, and something that Hurricane Ike and all them storms had been through. And none of that was destroyed. The purse, nothing was destroyed. And I feel like somebody put it there. I really feel like somebody put it there. And it's just a big coincidence that this friend, they found the purse in 2010. This friend showed up in 2012 with all these photos that's supposed to have been in Latoya's purse that I know. And then she said they was on their wall, that those photos was on the wall. If those photos been on the wall from 2007 to 2012, either the tape was going to damage them, holes in them from tacks. There was nothing. It's like they was just taken out of the photo album. There was nothing on those photos that if they was on the wall, if it was a tack or tape, it would have ruined something around the edge of the corners of the photos. None of them. They was just how they were in the photo album. So yeah, these friends, they know more than, I'm not saying they did nothing, but they know more than what they know. And I can't believe they are these type of friends that she hung around that refused to talk to the detectives. One, her bestie moved out of town, won't talk to them or nothing. But I know when I first approached her, she screamed out, he threw her over the bridge. Why, you ain't gonna speak to the police about that? Come on, you're not gonna speak to the police? Really? I'm not, man, I'm not cool with that at all. I don't understand that right there, it made me friend thing real loose. She said it, started crying, and just, my mom burst in the house is what made her stop, because her and my mom didn't get along. My mom and the best friend, they didn't get along at all. And I felt like she was gonna say more until my mom walked in and she just cut it. She stopped crying and everything. She didn't say no more. She just said, oh, he threw her over the bridge. And my mom busted in, she just stopped. And I was like, oh, I felt some type of way. Like, I wish she would come forward now and finish that conversation with me. You know, if you really didn't have nothing to do with it, don't know nothing about it, come finish that conversation you almost had with me. Man, this girl missing. Kids had to be raised without their mother. Them boys need their mom. I'm telling you, they want their mom. And I don't understand these friends, family members, whoever, y'all know something. And I feel like y'all need to step forward and talk about it. Get it off your chest. I promise you, you're going to feel much better because Latoya would do that for you. I swear Latoya would. She would rock with anybody she dealing with. She was always 100 with everybody. It's just people started to turn on her. She was telling me everything. It's like it was so random that almost everybody started to turn on her. And that's why she wanted to leave. The city of Texarkana, water or whatever, a guy that our family knows, he pulled it out the drain hole while they was doing work. Just ID, the cell phone, the lipstick, and a feminine product. Just one feminine product. Purse wasn't soaked. There was no damage to that purse. I know this for a fact. That wasn't her purse. Somebody planted that. My opinion, somebody planted that. And when I went to the bi-state about the purse to talk to them, you know what he left me with? He was like, Miss Grissom, you're not looking for a kidnapper. You're looking for a murderer. And I'm not gonna lie, he made me think they know and just not presenting it. It made me think, I may be wrong, but it made me think that. And I got still and I just left. I was like, man, he's telling me something I kind of basically already know myself. And like I told him, that's my niece, because he's asking me, why am I here? Why am I there to ask about the purse? I said, well, I saw something suspicious, of a purse of a friend the night before. And that was very suspicious to me that night I double looked at her friend purse. I'm like, that looked like Latoya's purse. And I went and told my best friend. I was almost in tears. I get to work the next day. The city of Texarkana has found a purse in that drain hole. And that was too many coincidences when it came down to me seeing that on the friend and like the pictures. That's too much coincidence for me not to think that they don't know something. I know they know something. Help her out, because Latoya would help y'all out. I know she would, and you know she would. Oh, man. Oh, I'm going to be honest, because I don't like to sit up and just be lying and stunting about nothing. I feel like people are not doing what they're supposed to do as a family member. It's accusations and stuff being said out of a family member's mouth. And I just haven't been cool with that. And the relationship is torn apart to where I don't deal with these family members today. I really don't. I love my family and all, but man, sometimes they can, y'all know. It happens in a lot of families. So I'm just not gonna just sit here and talk about it. It's just in mine. But yeah, it done torn our family. It has torn us apart. It really have. And my trust with people, it's out the door. It's hard for me to trust behind Latoya's situation. Not a proper search. And I don't understand why. They kept saying that she was out on this property. They didn't search that property till years later. It took them all these years to search that property. I feel like a search supposed to have went down when it happened. Waited all those years to do a search. But hey, I guess they have some guidelines and rules and things they have to go by before they can do this type of stuff. But that was a long time to wait to do a search, and I was asking everybody back then, is we gonna get out and go look? But it was a threat made to our family about approaching suspects and stuff like that. They was saying that they would have people, friends and family of our family, locked up. If we never said we was gonna go fight them or anything. We just had questions. We want to know where she at, and they stopped our search, and we had the right to search, and they stopped our search back then with that threat. Law enforcement detective came to my cousin, had a list of people's names in the family, and said if they approach this guy or that person, that we're facing jail time. So they kept everybody back, not questioning these people, to where we have walked around here and looked at these people, just constantly have to see these people and can't approach them. By now, yeah, of course we might do something, because you didn't walked around and said so much. You don't have the opportunity to walk around and say so much about our family, but y'all keeping us from questioning these people, but they able to walk around here and spread things about our family. And I don't feel like that's right that these suspects get to do this. They suspects. Why are you out here talking about our family like that? Now, if I sit here and just say your name and say everything that I know you did, then I probably will go to jail. But these suspects get to walk around and say what they want to say, and just put our family down, making it look, throwing the finger at other people like they don't know what's going on. They know exactly what's going on. They know what's going on with Latoya. That's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard to find her. They know. They know to keep her hid. Whew, that's a hard one. I'm praying. I'm praying all the time that we find her, for her kids' sake, because it has taken a toll on her kids. One was just 3 years old, and one was, he wasn't even a teenager. He was, so now they grown, and man, that's hurtful. That's hurtful. Y'all got y'all kids. Why y'all can't give her kids some kind of closure? At least tell them something, instead of claiming you ain't got nothing to do with it. You don't know. Tell exactly what happened the last time you seen her. At least talk to her kids, since you're their auntie. If you're their auntie, if you're their stepdad, if you was friends with Latoya, talk to her kids. Give them something. Because these boys grew up without their mama. And that's hard to have to sit here and watch my nephews have to grow up like this. Because man, sometimes it don't turn out good. It don't turn out good. And man, a few of us been trying to get a hold of them and keep them straight, but they was headed down the wrong path. They really was. That's why I feel like I need to keep talking. It took a big toll on my mom. Really did. Her health ain't good right now. She just turned 80 years old. And it took a toll on her, because she was raising Latoya's youngest son. And it just took a toll on her as well. Real bad. Yes, they did. They saying that could take up to 6 months, a year, or longer. I don't understand why, but I never said them was Latoya's remains. I just got started. That made me start talking, because they saying those remains been there for a long time. They let you know it's people down there doing stuff to people, and Texarkana can't figure nothing out. And that just made me start talking. It wasn't that I thought those were her remains. It just made me start talking. And at the time that this happened, I had been praying a lot. It seemed like every time I say a deep prayer about Latoya, something pop up. Just like y'all, some pop up, give me some kind of help, lead, like y'all getting this out here right now. I really appreciate that because I've been wanting to say something. I'm trying to figure out why Texarkana Gazette haven't just really came and talked, and I don't understand. And so now that I've started, it's gonna be hard to shut me up. It's gonna be hard, and this just the beginning. This just the beginning. Well, to be honest, when around the time that she came up missing, somebody had her phone, constantly calling family members, disguising their voice from her phone. They don't talk about that though. But yeah, when this happened, the weekend I was supposed to meet her here, somebody called. Remember I said she was crying in the phone? Somebody called and said they knew not to talk to me. I feel like that person knew me and how I think. But other people in the family, they was calling, randomly calling their phone, just speaking of Toya, like from Toya's phone. And that's something I don't understand. Well, with my cousin not giving the okay at the time, they couldn't really dig deeper off into that phone situation. It started the weekend she was supposed to meet me here in Dallas. That weekend that she was supposed to come move here, it stopped. That's what I don't know if she told anyone else. All I know is me and her was discussing her moving with me. And she knew all those friends, all the people she dealt with couldn't come to my house because I had small children at the time. So she already knew. I kind of really asked her to keep it to herself till she get moved, but I think she said something. Because I knew the alleged boyfriend was, he stalked her wherever she was at. He was always trying to come and acting like she said he tried to act like he was her pimp, and she's not getting pimped. She don't care about her, how she did in the streets. She just didn't want a pimp. And she said he always tried to act like he was her pimp. I have people who let me know they saw them together after the fact of Latoya coming up missing. Both friends, they saw them out together, different locations. And people felt it was strange. I don't even try, because I don't think, I don't try. Nothing, all these years. And what kind of friend is that? They won't assist. Y'all let 18 years go by. No assistance with the law enforcement? Come on, man. She wouldn't have done y'all like that. She wouldn't have. That's why she had all those people around. She could, the lifestyle she lived, she can help them get things, money and different stuff like that with that lifestyle. So, and people was on Facebook, or I started hearing, why is she talking about her niece like that? Why is she saying this and that? The police know Latoya for that. She got tickets from walking around dressed the way she was dressed. So it's no secret of how Latoya Grissom was and the lifestyle she had. So I'm not gonna hold back and act like I don't know what lifestyle she had. Even her kids know. It ain't like I'm the first one who told them. They figured it out over the years. A lot of people talk, but they're not talking to the police. But they go, and I'm like, why should I hide of what she was? This may could help her, help the situation, because she dealt with a lot of people in that lifestyle, a lot of people. And a lot of them miss her. Man, I know it's hard living without your mom, not knowing or getting to know or to see her change, and just having your mom to have to walk around and see y'all friends with their moms. All I can tell my nephews is stay strong, stay prayed up, and just keep going forward in a good path. You don't have to go left field because the route is going with your mom. Show her in spirit that she could be proud of y'all if she's no longer on this earth. Show her, nephews, just show her. And I appreciate if y'all would show me too, because I believe in my nephews. Toya was not a dumb lady. She was not. She just got out. Some of us do dumb things, and she was ready to change that. She wanted her kids. She wanted to finally sit down and raise her own kids, and somebody stopped that. Deep down, I really believe somebody stopped that. She ain't just disappeared on her own. I feel like somebody stopped that. I believe she'd be disappointed because she thought she had a lot of friends. And I've always told her, man, they not your friends, man. Sometimes they would talk to me behind her back about her. And I was letting her know, man, yo, just said this, and I'm gonna let my niece know. She would be hurt. Latoya would be hurt to see that her friends, alleged boyfriend, certain family members are reacting the way they are reacting behind her disappearance. I think she would be very disappointed because I know she would look for them. She probably would have had fights by now in behind them because it was happening back then. If y'all know anything about Latoya Grissom, could y'all please, my Facebook is Yvette Beal. Come to me. I'm on Instagram as Yvette Beal. I'm on TikTok as Yvette Beal. Please come forward and give something. Give us something. Because my family has been, a few of them dying off, and I would hate for her sons, anything to happen to them, me or my mom, and they don't have a word for them before that happened. They already had to live without it, and it's hurtful. It's hurtful. Please give a word. My name is Yolanda Grissom, but on social media, I am Yvette Beal. So there's nothing that I'm hiding. I'll talk to you. Just come at me. We can go in a secret place or public place or however you want to do it. Call me. I'll give you my number in my inbox. Just give us something. Because I promise you I would help you with your family. I promise you that. I feel like he has a bigger story to tell that he's letting on. I feel like he know more. I feel like I wish you would come talk to me. I'll talk to you. I'm not scared to talk to you. Come talk to me. Because I really deep down feel like you know more than what you put out on the news. I really and truly believe that.